Hey folks, everything new under the sun. This is my new DALY BMS. I got this off Aliexpress. Took about 2 weeks to arrive. This was about $200 Canadian. This is a BMS for a 16S 48 volt 250 amp battery or service configuration. Now, this is for lithium iron phosphate. I have procured lithium iron phosphate raw cells from China on Alibaba. I have not received those yet. Those take a couple of months, but I did receive this in quick order. Like I say, about 2 weeks, amazingly fast. And I will say this is a hefty unit. This is good quality. It's got some silicone covers over the bars here, which go to your battery negative and your negative terminal for your inverter load, etc. This is a significant BMS because this will handle the requirements that I have. Now, I got the one that did not have an active cooling, so it doesn't have a fan. It's solid state. It relies on these cooling fins. And I did that because I wanted something that would not have some mechanical issue that would go wrong. So this is effectively solid state. I'm in a basement. You can see it's concrete walls. It's cool down here about 19 degrees average, like Celsius, so it stays relatively cool. So this will not overheat, I don't think. This does come with a temperature sensor there, which you can see, and so it has over and under temperature sensitivity. It has passive balancing, which is the resistive type balancing for your lithium iron phosphate batteries. And from what I've seen, you know, if you can go watch Will Prowse, for example, and he seems to think that the passive for most people works, especially if you're working with new cells, balanced cells. It's only when you have older cells of different capacities that maybe you have a purpose and a need for the active balancing. So I think this kind of works. So you get this, which is real nice. These are silicone, and you can feel the braids in there, really nice and flexible. Super high quality, it seems like. If we go and look in here, what did we get with it? Well, we got the balancing leads, and I think that was it. Yep, balancing leads and the Bluetooth connector. So a little Bluetooth connector here, which I guess has the start button reset on it, and you get your balance leads, etc. So all for 16S configuration. Now, the other thing that you do get in the package is this wiring diagram, which I don't think it actually shows the 16S configuration, but it does show basically a 4S configuration, and then you just copy it for the rest of the connections. So this is what you get. You get some QR codes there, which you can scan and look at. Now, I want to show you what I will be putting it on, and what I'm putting it on is basically this setup here. Now, this setup, if I can move the camera without shaking it too much, this is my EG4, my 3000 watt or 3 kilowatt EG4 inverter, simply supplying 120 volts to this panel. It's not a sub panel because this is completely off grid. This is an off grid system, and I am running the, if I can go around here, you can see the EG4 or the eGill 5 kilowatt hour battery up there, and I'm going to do a longer video, a bit of a 1-year review of this system. But I intend to create my DIY battery, put it up there along with that one. Let's move you up here so you can see. Now, this is interesting. This whole thing is a hanging shelf, basically hangs off the rafters, and it will hold up to 500 pounds. Now, that eGill is about, I think it's a solid 100 pounds. It's a heavy device, and the 15 kilowatt DIY system that I'm going to go for which that BMS is created, will be about 300 pounds, I believe. So it will be within the weight limit of that hanging thing, but it does keep it off the floor, and you notice I have some firewood for the winter in the same room. So I'm keeping it well above and well away from anything flammable, and yeah, so that's what it is. So again, I just wanted to show you that that BMS that I have. Again, 2 weeks from Aliexpress. Seems like a really solid unit, to be honest. Yeah, it looks real nice. Not a lot to it, you know, to see. It's got the ports on it. Um, let's see, it shows an LED for LED 12 volt, and then the UART connection, and then the 16S connector there. And then you would basically put this temperature sensor anywhere around the batteries, as I understand. So there you go, a little look at, not installable, look at the 16S 48 volt 250 amp LIFEPO4 DALY BMS. So like DALY or hate them, this seems like a solid unit, and I'll definitely be doing a review video once I get it hooked up and plugged in. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.